I'm that star up in the sky. I'm that mountain peak up high. Hey, I made it. We're top of the league.
Well, we are back.
And I'm that little bit of goals. When my back's against the wall, it's Kai Havertz at the back post. Sorry, we're going.
We're actually recording.
We're back, baby.
You might have missed us last week, but we were away on international break. Few injuries, few knocks, suspensions, etc.
We've had to call in last minute replacement, emergency signing. You may have seen Letije on our live streams. You may not have seen him because you don't watch him, but you've seen him now.
Yeah, live in the flesh. This is the Armchair Gaffer Show. I am Walks, Letije. Dragon Lordeth?
Just Dragon
now. Okay, we've shortened it.
Have you seen Layer Cake?
Yes.
The guy that they call in to do the fuckery. Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome back to the Armchair Gaffer Show. You probably missed us. We missed you. But yeah, we're back, and it is the start of another weekend review. For those of you who are new here, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, and most importantly, comment. The comments have been jumping recently. We are a couple members down, but as I said, they've got 5 yellow cards. Ben will be back hopefully next week. Little random question for you guys. What is your favourite fixture formation? This week we had a 7-2-1, so that's 7 fixtures on the Saturday, 2 on the Sunday, 1 on the Monday. What is your favourite fixture formation?
I always go with one up top.
Friday, so that Friday night football?
No, that's the Monday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so one up top. I was just thinking that's good balance. I like a 3 in midfield.
Sunday?
On Sunday, yeah. I'm working backwards.
Yes.
Yeah, Monday, Sunday, Saturday, and then a 7 on a Saturday. The early,
that's like
the late, and the 5 in the middle.
Okay, traditional.
I think it makes sense. So we call that a 7-3-1.
The one.
Yeah,
nice.
I'll go with I like a 6-3-1.
6-3-1.
Games?
Yeah,
it's enough games. I think 3 in the middle is key.
You were a 7.
You said 7-3-1.
Yeah, you've added an La Liga game.
Yeah.
Come on, man, that's how we do it.
Game from earlier in the season.
Yeah. No, because I've got. You guys have to forget. I've got one eye on the SPL, Saudi Pro League.
Okay, cool.
You understand?
Yeah, Ronaldo scored a worldie.
And Dan, what's yours?
Mine, it's a bit new school, innovative,
a 1-5
hipster,
a 1-5-3.
Yeah, I'm like a 1-6.
2-1.
3.
Oh, you don't like the Monday?
Yeah, nah. Monday night, it's like I'm footballed out.
I don't want football on a Monday.
I'm kind of footballed out.
I don't want football on Monday, but I feel like they're going to do it. So I have to accept it.
It's not every week, but yeah, I do like the Friday night, man. Finished everything. Everything's patterned.
They haven't paid for that studio for nothing.
Yeah, let's use it, man. Come on, man. Yeah, Friday. FNF. Yeah.
I like Friday night football, especially when it's Arsenal.
Okay.
Because they always lose on Friday night football.
Yeah, always. That's what I was about to say.
Curse.
By the way,
Letije, state your tribe so we can let the viewers know who can get you. Aston Villa, niche.
What I've done, I've gone in the directory, the Rolodex of people I know, and found who supports the worst team. That was me, Millwall, so I took myself out. I said, who's next? TJ with Aston Villa.
Yeah. Cool. We've been having our slack, but obviously after the result today,
it's a golden era we might be entering. Yeah, golden age.
I put my Aston Villa hat in my bag.
Come on, man. Come on.
No, put it on. No, take it off. Put it on.
We're in London.
No, do you think, man? Everyone is all inclusive.
Yeah, London. This is where the majority of United fans live anyway.
That's true. Overwhelming majority.
Yeah, overwhelming majority.
Yeah.
Why Aston Villa?
So when my family first moved to England, lived in a nice little area of Birmingham.
What was the name of the town?
Erdington.
Kidderminster.
Is that in Birmingham?
Greater Birmingham Authority.
Okay.
Yeah. If you need to go shopping,
Ain't that where what's his name from? Nat Phillips.
Ooh.
Liverpool.
That's trivia. Not sure.
But did he play for them?
Liverpool?
No, Nat Phillips, man.
Yes. Does he play for Kidderminster?
Is he from Kidderminster?
I don't know. where Nat Phillips is playing his trade at the minute. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out Nat Phillips.
The guys that headed the ball.
But yeah, moved to England. Lived in Kidderminster.
Mm-hmm.
We moved down to London, and this was kind of 2003 times. So my dad obviously decided to support Chelsea.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
That's shout out to the uncles, man.
But me,
the rebel.
yeah, I thought, you know what? I really like what's going on at
John
Aston Villa.
Carew.
John Carew, Gabriella Bongnahor, Ashley Young, Gareth Barry, James Milner.
What's the skipper? Petrov.
Stilian
Petrov. Yeah. Oh, Angel. Juan Pablo.
Angel,
Don.
Juan Pablo.
So,
Don
yeah,
Pablo.
I didn't really watch European football when I was young. Yeah. I didn't know that John Carew was a wicked leg man from Valencia.
Different kind of
And him and Mendy, I didn't
shooter.
know. I found out literally like 2 months ago.
You know what he's doing now?
Push-ups.
He's a photographer
That's booky.
He's living life properly.
out in Norway.
That's what it's about, man. Do what you want, man. When you
My
retire,
wife.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he wears Doc Martens now.
What else is he going to do? In Norway?
Yes. You've you brought the spirit of armchair gaffers
No,
with you.
like it, man.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Where do we want to start, man? What's been the biggest game of the weekend? What's the talking point? There was a game yesterday that kicked off early that I probably don't want to talk about too much, man. It had a big billing, but we'll get to it later. Where do we think we deserve to put the spotlight on?
Chessy?
The massacre. La massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
look.
massacre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot of hate for Chelsea.
Everyone does.
We thought collectively, I think, as a footballing family, nation,
Oh, okay. That they were back, baby.
that they were back, baby. Resounding result against Man City. But then that international break came and pumped the brakes on any momentum or full momentum. They lost 4-1 at St. James's Park. They got absolutely pumped. Emphatic victory for Eddie Howe's men. What did we make of that match? Because there are a lot of things to take away from it.
First of all, I want to say that prior to kickoff, I saw that Thiago Silva had become Chelsea's oldest player.
39
and 40 days, something like that. And I said, this is not good news, Chelsea.
Did that materialize? Did that come to fruition?
Yeah.
Were you proven right?
He looked like your oldest player in the history of your club.
I haven't seen him have a howler like that. And it was kind of like watching a grandparent fall over for the first time. And you're kind of like
this is poor from Chelsea.
The end isn't it?
This is poor from Chelsea to rely on a 39-year-old big Chessy.
After all the money spent.
They've got like 7 centre backs there as well.
Yes.
And what you do this thing where you just say people's names and make us think they're good. Diassi, Chalobah, Badiashile.
Wesley Fofana's back in training.
I don't know who that is. I don't care about him anymore.
Jamie Redknapp said he could go on to be the most expensive player or best centre back ever.
Leicester star boy.
It hasn't come to fruition just yet.
Andres Christensen might as well be there.
You're just dragging everyone else.
I'm dragging everyone on the bus under this Chelsea because I'm angry. I'm very mad.
Yeah.
I'm irate because Chelsea won 2 games back to back. Everyone said, "Oh yeah, like they're back." And 2 back to back is not even form. Form was over 5 games, and then they played Arsenal and they beat Arsenal 2-2 with a cross and a penalty. And then did they beat Tottenham 4-1?
Yes, but there were a lot of mitigating factors.
Exactly.
We say in the
but that's just who Tottenham are, mate. I'm gonna keep saying
we're
that.
gonna get there.
Yeah, and then they beat Tottenham 4-1, and then what did they do after that?
City 4-4.
City with the netball score 4-4.
4-4.
Yeah, absolute chaos, carnage.
And everyone was telling me that Julian Palmer, I don't know why I called him that.
No, because he's from the Caribbean.
That Cole Palmer is the best thing. Like, he's so good. This, I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm getting attacked because I'm saying that, yeah, we can see he's good, but this isn't enough to just see that someone's good. Okay, context is extremely key in everything, and especially in football, because he scored 4 goals. He's laid on 0 assists. Okay, and all his 4 goals have been from the pennies. But fair enough, he's got the balls to take the ball from
cojones,
Sterling.
in the words of Troy Deeney.
Yeah, cool. That's great. Yeah, and he's only doing what he can do. It's us. We're the problem. We're elevating him to a level that he's. I was talking to
England call up.
Oh god.
Yeah, come on, man. Where was my mate James Ward-Prowse?
Slumming it in
Exactly.
Sunday.
Where was Raheem Sterling?
Slumming it in
We were talking
Cobham.
before we went live, saying that the lens is very important, or maybe not even the lens, the mise en scène. What's in the frame, yeah? And you look at Cole Palmer at Chelsea, and the mise en scène is absolute trash.
Très bon.
You see him banana peels, half-eaten apple cores. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Cans of Coke crushed.
Crushed cans of Coke. There's a guy with a little stick over his shoulder, a little bag tied in it, yeah? And you see him, who is just, he's just a hot dog. Yeah, fresh hot dog with mustard. Yeah, and it looks good because the background is so
It's
bad.
crazy, yeah.
You understand? So it's very important that when we're looking at players and judging them, we understand where they're operating.
Fair. Moses Caicedo didn't start. £100 million centre mid, was late back from international duty, so there were changes. It was Enzo and it's Leslie, I believe. Yes. In midfield, slumming it up in the northeast, and they were up against Lewis Miley, a little kid who probably was born in 2000 and
something.
Those northern Caucasian players.
They're good, isn't it? Different. They're good. They're like black people but white.
Yeah. And you know they're going to be better than Leslie Ugochukwu, who was how much? 20, 30 million?
Yeah, big time, man.
And they just brought in Lewis Miley.
Yeah,
17-year-olds.
Yeah,
crazy. Enzo, you mentioned Enzo. We're not going to let that one slide without
5 wins in 30 Premier League appearances.
So let's ask ourselves a question. Okay? Chelsea as a club, since he's been there, like have had 5 wins, yeah, or he's had 5 wins playing for Chelsea, yeah. Should he be influencing that positively? That I
think there should be more of an influence. I think
should be more of an influence.
Yeah, for that amount, for him going to the World Cup playing so well, him doing well at Benfica, I probably need to see a little bit.
We actually don't know how well he done at Benfica or at River Plate. We don't know. Like we know he done well enough to get into the River Plate first team, and then to nick a move to Benfica and to get a call up for Argentina. Yeah,
to start for Argentina.
And to start, we know he done that well. Yeah,
World Cup.
But we don't know the intricacies of it. It's like we were talking as well about Jude Bellingham beforehand. We know he scores in every single game, but I haven't seen a full game this season.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, so I don't know how well he's actually done. I got attacked for saying that Enzo Fernandez is just good. I didn't even say he's bad, but I said he's not this messiah. He's not the second coming of LeBron James. He's just okay. Like, guys, what is this?
Yeah,
if I'm being honest with you, when Mohamed El-Neni was playing for Arsenal week in, week out. No, forget that. When Francis Coquelin was playing for Arsenal week in, week out, yeah, he was given probably the exact same as what
similar vibes,
but he wasn't getting this kind of
less branding.
Come on, man, please.
Former centre mids.
Former, big in capital letters.
Former,
because you got a bit of timber.
Bring your mic a bit closer.
Yeah, just
tiny bit. Yeah,
as a what centre mid?
As a former centre mid.
Okay,
as a former centre mid.
And what are you now?
Centre
back or
about BENCH.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, you've got to play a part. Scott Carson, those guys that go on the international tournaments. Vibes.
Obviously, like I'm for the dressing room, you know.
Of course, yeah. Connor Cody.
Yes,
yeah.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, of course.
Morale.
Martin Bettinelli, Chelsea.
Nice.
Big for the dressing room. I saw Enzo Fernandez get signed by Chelsea, and I got excited.
Nice,
because I had seen things at World Cup where I was like, he might be the truth. What I see from Enzo Fernandez still is very good, but it's very good in a box.
Okay.
Because you might have a child who's really clever, you know, really bright, but then you look at the other children and they're just really dumb.
Okay, cool.
If you know what I'm saying.
Cool.
The mise en scène.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Backdrop and
then when you look at that kid who's very clever, they start to begin getting a bit sloppy. You know, they're not eating all of their food. They're crying a bit too much, and you say, you should be really, really good. Is it the kids around you that are bringing you down?
Environmental.
Or is it you that's just kind of, you know, you get that one really smart kid, but they're in set 3.
Wait, I just realised something. So maybe he is good. Because we've seen what happens to players when they play with better teams. So like, if he was at Man City, for example,
okay,
would we see the real Enzo?
I think we would.
No, I think we would. Yeah, no, because
how good are you when you're dropped into the best? Like, you should still be able to flourish. Like Billy Gilmore's, I think for pound, what we're seeing, he's overperforming or outperforming Enzo at the minute across the season.
Pound.
And he's not in a air quotes, better team.
Some people, yeah, you're right, but I feel like some people need different things. Do you know what I mean? Some people need to be the big fish, a bad team, and some people need to be another cog in the machine.
I don't like those guys who like, and I think it's reminiscent of when Arsenal players were saying, "Oh, I need to go elsewhere and go and win stuff." And I was thinking, it was the Van Persies, possibly the Nasris, the Fabregases. I was thinking, you're part of the problem. Why you guys aren't winning? You're like, oh, let me go and leave for pastures new and win stuff. Like, you're contributing to not winning. So
exactly.
Yeah,
it's
don't run from the ground.
Yeah, it's a bit of a high horse type of thing when footballers say that. When I look at Enzo, I think because you saw his first 2-3 games at Chelsea, and you went, oh wow, there's something here. And I think Enzo's one of those players where he can't rise above the environment.
Fair.
Means or percentage you would you'd like to say.
Fair.
But if Enzo was, I think if you go to Pep and you say, here's Enzo Fernandez for Matheus Nunes, Pep goes, give me Enzo.
Straight swap, yeah.
Kovacic for Enzo Fernandez, he goes, give me Enzo.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
It's not bad.
No.
But my issue was just the level of hard one that people had for Enzo. Yeah. It's like you're watching Babe Station.
Be careful.
Yeah. And you got like a raging hard on, like, this isn't even premium only fans. It's just Babe Station. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Newcastle, are they the real deal? They had loads of injuries. They had a 17-year-old playing. They've got Jamal Lascelles, who's found it's the Jamal Lascelles remontada. Some people call it. Got Livramento. They've got Alexander Isak, Almiron, Gordon. It's not easy on the eye. On paper, it's not amazing, but they still managed to grind out results. Are they the truth?
No.
I think what Newcastle are is that they know who they are.
Okay, keep going.
So they know. Okay, look at their leader. Yeah.
Yes.
KT, Kieran Trippier. He's a man. Like he's a very good football player.
Yeah.
He's a real guy. Do you understand? So he'll let the guys know. Listen, yeah, we're not shit. Fair enough. We might not be this and that.
Yeah.
But we are not shit. And some of us, yeah, are better than not shit. Yeah. Let's fucking get out of there. Yeah. Show these.
Yeah.
£200 a week, yeah. Yeah, what we're made of.
Shove it up.
Fair enough, I'm also on £200 a week, yeah. But I'm one of you.
That's not the point.
That's not the point. Yes, I feel like they know who they are, and they just do the basics okay at times.
And I do think St James's Park, I know they've been beaten by Dortmund recently. It's 5 consecutive home wins now for them. It helps,
plus
man.
5 XP at this point.
It's
Even we did
helps,
on the Eat, Drink and Talk football podcast. Shout out to Mr. Brown. We did our predictions on Friday, and he said, "Oh, I'm thinking 2-1, 2-2." I said Chelsea are going to go there and they are going to get battered.
I said 0-0.
St James, and it was a 3 o'clock kickoff. So the Geordies,
they've had their pints,
and they had time in the evening as well.
Yeah.
It's not a Sunday.
It's rocking.
5 o'clock kickoff.
It's absolutely rocking.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've got nothing to lose on that day. And when I saw 1-1 at halftime, I was shocked. I was like, oh wow, okay. And then I saw 2-1, and then 3-1, and then 4. I went, that's a bit more like it.
That's the one.
Reece James.
It's time to start a dialogue.
No, let's not jump the gun.
It's not jumping the gun at this point, Jess.
We all know he's fantastic, so I got to make sure.
Yeah. It's not jumping the gun. For me, at this point, it needs to be discussed. He was in all of the big conversations. It was him versus Trent versus Wan-Bissaka versus Trippier versus Walker. And I think out of all of those, he's probably regressed. Is it safe to say? And that could be due to injuries, could be due to the team he's playing in. But I'm not seeing the Reece James that was receiving all the plaudits when him and Chilwell touches in the box under Tuchel. It just doesn't feel good. And he was made captain, and he plays like a third.
He's not. Sorry, TJ, before you go, all those things you said, you missed one more thing. Be made captain, this and that. Also being made Chelsea's highest paid defender of all time. TJ, over to you. And also, as was being regarded as one of the premier right backs in world football.
Best in the world.
Yeah, to be regarded as the right back at one point, wasn't he?
Yeah, and to be given that title when Kyle Walker is still live and kicking, that's a
shame on you.
Yeah. I think it was what it was doing at the time.
Yeah,
you saw Reece James cutting into the box, striking it. Do you remember those? What was it? 2 goals at Emirates? 1 or 2 goals at the Emirates?
Powerful
strikes. A couple of seasons ago, St James's Park. He was the reason why Chelsea won that game. I think the problem with Reece James is he hasn't. I don't know if he's regressed. I think he just stayed still
or stagnated. Fair.
He stagnated because you look at Trent. in the time that Reece James has been injured and was called the best, Trent doesn't even play right back anymore.
No, and Trent's gone up. He's gone down, and now he's found himself in a new type position.
Trent, we know what Trent
flourishing.
is. In that time, we said that Kyle Walker was washed, and then we went, Kyle Walker's actually really good.
The
then
best
we went,
ever.
maybe Kyle Walker's washed, and then Pep went, I'm going to change my your opinion of things. Kyle Walker's the best again.
Yeah.
Kieran Trippier in that time,
he's done this. Kevin Tripper's done the same thing for the last 10 years of his life.
At that time, Kieran Trippier has lost to Cambridge United.
Yes.
On his
Still
debut.
good though, man.
And then he's come back.
Scary.
Yeah. So, Reece James doesn't smile anymore as well.
Sad to see.
He looks
man.
angry.
Sad to see.
Do you know
And I understand why he'd be angry. And I remember he posted something start of this season. He was like, start of a new era. And it's just like since
Instagram
then.
story, right?
I think they screenshot it on Twitter.
Something like that, yeah.
And since then, it's just been.
It's a lot of talk.
It's sad. Sad.
I've been seeing him doing sexy fashion boy as well a lot.
Oh, is it filling the Ruben Loftus-Cheek void?
Yeah, sexy fashion boy. I
He
don't.
doesn't have it though. He doesn't have the.
It's not. No. So I don't think it's natural.
No, that's what I saw. He had that sweater. Remember all that?
Oh,
thing?
the Marnie sweater, the matching. It was like a Marnie tracksuit thing. Yeah, the
like
furry.
But
mink.
I think at this moment in time, you go with gusto.
Okay, just try it out. Well, he's gonna have to now, I guess, because
the other thing
Reece is,
I don't like saying this because everyone starts. People have like the words that they say in football, and the
generational,
man. But the latest one is availability
is the
best
greatest ability.
Yeah. And it's like I don't want to say that, but like I need to know I can pick you basically. And if I don't, no matter how good you are, you're kind of only good in theory. Like the idea of you is good.
Yeah, and the game's not played on paper.
Yeah, concept player.
Do we think Maurizio Pochettino is cutting through a bit? Should he be getting more flack for this collection of performances? We're 13 games in, I think now. Is he still getting a bit of a blind? Is he?
So basically, he is actually doing better than Chelsea were doing last year. Okay, he's coming to like a stinking ship and he's bailing water out of the ship and he's doing better.
Okay,
they're listing, but they're still sailing forward. Yeah, I mean they finally tasted top half of the table, but they've tasted it. But if we actually looked at the appointment of Poch prior and looked at his record, we would have said to ourselves, well, hold on, maybe this isn't such a great appointment because when he got appointed, we were like,
young team,
this is
great fullback.
Yeah, but we know he done a bit at Southampton. Yeah. But again, the expectations were very different.
Lower,
yeah. That got him the Tottenham job. Yeah, he took Tottenham to a place.
Yeah, super. Was it 4 Champions League? I think.
He gave
qualifications.
Them a
jump
from top
exactly.
From middling to a Champions League top 6 team.
He's then gone to PSG and
mixed.
His time
mixed
there
bag.
was it's a very mixed bag. So I don't know why people are so sure that he'd be a success.
Fair.
Because there's not a stand. The thing is about Poch's standout thing is probably Champions League final with Tottenham.
One of the worst finals of all time.
Yeah, but 2 English teams will always be bad. Yeah, but we shouldn't be alarmed because this is on brand. Because he's not.
Yeah,
Was he won the coup d'état or the coup de grace? Did he win the coup de grace?
No, he won the league in there, but it was just under.
Yeah, the coup de grace. That's what I call it.
Oh, you got it. Sorry. Won the league, but and they went out in the Champions League as well. That was due to Messi missing a pen, but no one
doesn't
wants
even
to
like
squad
Chelsea
that.
though. I think that's what we're skipping over. I think the fact that Pochettino has to manage Chelsea every day of the week,
A slight conflict, or
there's a slight conflict. When he played Spurs, I don't think it was I want to beat you because I want to beat you. I think it was I want to beat you so I can prove that I'm better than this Aussie guy that you've brought in.
Fair.
That I should have never been sacked.
Fair.
You know, because the last time that Spurs were in a great position,
he was
in charge
at their home.
So he's kind of sat there and he's been like,
he did oversee the ending was horrible.
Yeah,
no away wins. I think in a year or something.
He oversaw the development.
And I think Spurs didn't even go back in for him this summer as well.
No.
Yeah,
they can't. Yeah, but
it's tough.
I was going to say a lot of Chelsea fans were they're not happy about Pochettino either.
It's tough for them as well. Yeah,
they're spoiled.
It's tough all around.
They're spoiled.
They've had everything,
and they're soon set to have more. I saw this on the way here. Chelsea breaking news: Napoli striker Victor Osimhen will be Chelsea's top transfer target in January.
Who said it?
That comes from Mike McGrath.
Yeah, but for me, that's not a signing. Well, not to say that Poch wouldn't want him, but if I'm the manager of Chelsea right now, I'm looking at what I have. Yeah.
Okay.
I've got Christopher Nkunku.
That for me is the one. Like, if that doesn't work, then it is like alarm. But like, it's finished.
I believe. I don't believe it will work. I'm not saying. Sorry, I don't do or not believe it will work. Yeah, but I feel that he needs to be an important cog for Chelsea.
Yeah.
So for me, he's a central player in the 10, but he can also play on the left. Yeah. But I feel the left side for me needs to be like Sterling.
Okay.
And then, so you're Sterling on the left. I need Cole Palmer in that 10 role if it exists at Chelsea. Who's on the right for them?
So Cole Palmer's been kind of coming off.
They're just a mess up there.
Nicholas Jackson down the middle.
Cole Palmer kind of went into that 10 position against City once they brought Mudryk on.
Yeah, and it kind of flourished.
I'm just trying to think, like, is that because you got Armando Broja, but obviously Osimhen's a different level of player.
Yeah. He's the truth.
I mean, maybe I'm just trying to reason with myself as I'm saying this. I think Chelsea needs to be in a position. Okay, I feel like teams that succeed, are teams like Man City under Pep. When the players that are coming in, like we can say 80% of the players that come in are players that the manager has requested. Okay. Or you've spoken the deal with and the manager said, yeah, this is the profile player we need. This is a short list. When players have been signed because this is the next big thing, let's get him in our club, it won't succeed. If it does, you're just lucky. I feel like that's what's happening at Chelsea, even with Osimhen.
Osimhen doesn't change things.
They signed too many star boys. That was a problem.
Yeah.
And, you see Mudryk come in, everyone goes, wow. Madueke come in, everyone goes, wow. Casido, Fernandez, Disasi, Chilwell.
Cucurella was hot property at one point.
Oh, exactly. That one was
He's now banned as well. When it rains, it pours, man.
Are doing more than FFP, and they're actually tricking teams into signing players.
Oh, this whole
you think that's why it's
I've seen this
charges
before.
Because like 100 times they tricked players.
They've tricked
teams to sign players. That makes sense. I can believe that.
Alexis Sanchez,
Maguire supposedly,
Ronaldo.
Yeah, wow. It's tough. It's tough at the bridge, and it probably doesn't get better. Their league fixtures continue to be tough, I think, through till probably around Christmas. And Poch, it's time to start paying your dues, man, because that storm will slowly start to pick up, I think.
Before we move on,
he could be on his way back to Argentina.
The King of Jamaica scored a wonderful free kick.
Yeah, and that's something I don't probably put on Sterling's jacket. He surprised me yesterday. Fair play. It's a standout moment in a horrible afternoon.
I'm a big fan of Sterling as a person.
Fair.
He's never done anything wrong ever in his life. Like in terms of whatever he does, it's behind closed doors. Like,
which is good.
No tarnish his name.
Let's keep it that way,
and he's good at football too.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. A bright spark in a horrible afternoon up on the Tyne. Where do we want to go next? We want to go to the team at the top of the league.
No. Well, since it is nighttime, it is the evening. It's quite good.
Okay.
I say we roll on this good evening.
Nice. See what you've done. We shall move to North London, where it was machine for machine, the kids are calling it. High line for high line. It was Aston Villa at Spurs, and Villa ran out 2-1 winners. Superb away win, cementing Unai Emery's men as a real candidate for European football. Champions League football.
Yeah. Whenever I try and reason why they aren't Champions League, like top 4 potential, I just think like it just goes down to squad depth. Yeah, like the same things like with any club. If you lose players, like how do you cope? But I don't know enough about the Villa squad. That's the thing.
Here's your man.
We've got better squad depth than Spurs. This is one thing that people don't understand about Villa. This is when I kick into action.
Let's go, man.
The whole of social media today was saying, well, Spurs have got 6 players out. And this is why I like not being a top 6 fan. Because as a non-top 6 fan, you look at things that top 6 teams don't look at. At this current moment, we are playing Luca Dean left back.
Yes.
Not our starting left back. It is Moreno,
yeah. Signed.
Luca Dean is a left back by trade, yeah.
He's a left back by trade. Well,
but probably not your first choice. Like his stars dwindled.
He's not out of position though.
No. He's not like Livramento playing.
In my opinion, he's out of position as a footballer. in general.
He's got a family, bro.
But
come on, man.
Dean, he's done well for us. But we're missing Luca Dean. We're missing Jacob Ramsey.
Yeah, just back.
Yep, came on today. We're missing Emiliano Buendia.
Not Buendia.
Buendia. Yep, he was
who showed Coutinho about new levels in small diminutive players.
Coutinho and Buendia was beautiful.
Where's Coutinho now?
Somewhere in.
No, he's Qatar, not Saudi. No. Didn't go with the.
Is he on loan?
Fashionable.
Oh, okay, wow.
With an option to buy, I think.
Yeah.
Which
I can't see Villa fighting to have him back. Personally,
Emery came in and he went. Gerrard was giving you string.
Crazy.
Not in my squad.
Crazy legacy.
And then we're missing obviously Tyrone Mings.
Yeah,
who went from the worst centre back in the Premier League to statistically one of the best.
Top. I've said it on this podcast, and these lot have killed me.
Yeah,
killed me. And I said, no, stand by it.
He's got all the tools to be an England centre back. The only tool that he's missing now is obviously an ACL.
Yeah,
which
you can get those.
Yeah, which we'll see if it will come back. But we're missing 4 of our starters.
But no one was playing the violin for you lot.
No one at all. No one was doing it for us. When they were doing it for Brighton, when they were doing it for Liverpool, when they were doing it for United.
I'm going to tell you something that I tell everybody when you guys enter the big leagues, yeah? When you're the unknown quantity, it's easier. It's a fact, brother. I'm just telling you the truth. Right now, yeah, you're very good, but you're taking teams unawares. You're like the Wile E. Coyote, you're like Dick Dastardly. Yeah, setting your booby traps, yeah. And you're kind of getting away with it. But the minute those wacky racers know that you're setting your booby traps, yeah, it's not going to work.
I disagree.
Nice.
I disagree. And I'll tell you why I disagree. Whenever we come up against teams who don't play a low block, we always play very, very well. Because we're not Fulham of last season. We're not Bournemouth of last season. We're not going to go, we're going to counter-attack you and rely on our attacking players. We do have one of the best centre-back partnerships in the Premier League. Didn't play today because Carlos came in.
Yeah.
But Pau Torres and Ezri Konsa, I do kind of want to hear...
You're liking it?
Who's better other than City and Arsenal?
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I do want to... Because I've said that question now, you guys are thinking, who is better than Pau Torres and Ezri Konsa at the moment?
No, they're doing well, man. I think Konsa's been rewarded.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans will tell you that Silva and Andreas Christensen.
Into other, yeah.
Trevor Chalobah.
Yeah.
But to go back on Villa, we are very, very good because the sign of a good team is when you go 1-0 down.
Away from home.
And you're not playing well. And in the second half, manager tweaks a couple of tactics.
Yeah, but we need to... I'm not disagreeing when I say but, by the way. Saying we need to really understand who is the captain of this Villa ship. It's Unai, Estebio, Juan, Estevez, Emery. He's a serious guy when it comes to the sport of football.
And I think people are, the second time round, understanding it more.
Yeah. Also as well, this Villa team he has is better than the Arsenal team that he had.
Whoa.
Okay.
We can't do player for player, but just pick a few.
Patrice Aubameyang, yeah? He was good. He got loads of goals, but when he fell off hard. Andreas Lacazette, yeah? By the way, guys, I learned the first names. Yeah. So he's not good.
Similar.
He's not good at football. Yeah. A testament to that, yeah, is where Leon are right now. They're in hell.
Let them live, man. Yeah. Leave Leon alone, please. They come for enough.
Martino Pepe. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Ozil.
The Ozil that he had wasn't the Ozil that we fell in love with.
Monreal and
Ignacio Monreal. Actually, that's actually his name. Actually, fuck. Peter Mustafi.
Yeah, Hector Bellerin. Yeah,
Emiliano Bellerin.
Yeah, you might have a point. Yeah, baby Saka, left back Saka. But I think they had a higher billing than this Villa team.
Yeah,
had a higher billing, but machine for machine.
Okay, cool. As the kids say.
This Villa team that Emi has is better than that Arsenal team.
Okay.
And you know who else is also better than?
Who?
Any and all of his Sevilla teams.
Do you know what's crazy?
Controversial.
Do you know what's insane? I'm just going to take a stop.
Yeah.
To
put a stop to
Big Six fans can really deep this, right?
That sounds a bit racist.
You're calling a team with Oliver Watkins up front.
First name.
Douglas Luiz and Boubacar Kamara. Douglas Luiz, no one knew who he was. Let's be real, no one knew who he was. Except
Man City knew.
Man City, well, they said they sold him for 1.5 million. Boubacar Kamara, who we got for free.
A top prospect, but
John
not chased
McGinn
like that.
playing
Yes,
on the wing.
that's the Buki. I wanted to talk about his role that he played today was mental.
He does that for us all the time.
Buki, and sometimes he'll do it on the right hand side.
Yeah. Right hand side.
I think he's like underrated in terms of his intelligence.
Yeah.
Like to be able to play that hybrid. What is it like? Left midfield.
He's a clever guy.
It's crazy, man.
And look, he's doing it for Scotland as well. He's doing it for
No,
Scotland.
so this is what happens.
Let him cook, as they say.
This is what happens, guys, when you enter the fabled Goldilocks zone. Which
Everything's going well, man.
Yeah, man, everything's just right. Like John McGinn, his skill set that he has, running with his elbows out.
Yes, as
very
you do.
hard. And
They say he's got
powerful.
like massive glutes. I think they always say something like that.
Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
He's my favourite Aston Villa player of all time.
All
All
time.
time.
Yo, you know, not be someone play for Aston Villa, right?
Yeah, I know. Ashley Young played for Aston Villa.
Hitzelsberger played for you guys, didn't he?
Yep.
Shout out
Ron
to
Vlaar
gay
played for
footballers.
Aston Villa.
What was that on, Dan?
No, shout out to one of the first openly gay footballers.
Yeah. It would have been better if he feels better at football. We need a real superstar to come out of the closet because that will be like, finally, we
In
got
time.
one.
And he did it when he retired as well.
Yeah,
but
man, come on.
I get it.
But yeah,
Do better than that.
John McGinn is my favourite Villa player
Fair.
of all time, just
Fair,
because
fair,
of the fact that he's been awful for us. But even when he was awful, he'd get the crowd up.
It's a good
He wears
time
number
as well.
7.
Yeah.
A Scottish centre midfielder with no right foot is rocking the number 7. He's making you guys look at him.
No, shout out to him, man.
This guy's good. And
Breaking the mold. Yeah.
Yeah.
In his contract, he's got a tailor. Like that, they'll have to pay a tailor for him because when he gets his kits, he gets some tailors a tiny bit to get him a bit tighter, so people know that he means business.
Fair.
Yeah, but Villa pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
but
prove Man United. Just because of that.
oh yeah, but that's not saying
yeah,
much,
I'm
man.
not.
Will they get top 4? I think.
Let them dream. I say.
I think they're well equipped.
Newcastle, Allen Iverson does. If you know what I'm saying.
In terms of.
They gave us the platform. Newcastle went, this is how you do it. As Allen Iverson did to the rest of the league. He went, this is how you're fancy in the NBA. And then all the other
All the
youngsters came up.
youngsters, yeah.
Newcastle
His kids.
Exactly. Newcastle went, this is how you do it. This is how you do it with
Now you got what, Monchi?
2 long staffs playing in the midfield.
By the way, guys, when you mentioned the players that Villa have, like they're not like not good, but not household names. Yeah, you mentioned Olivier Watkins, Olivier. Anyway, sorry, I get carried away sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
For my team, if I had to sign a striker, whether it be if it was between Ivan Toney and Olivier, I would prefer Olivier.
I've been meaning to clip that up for a while.
Have I said it before?
Yeah. You said if you had to choose between the two, you wouldn't go Ivan Toney. You'd go
What I like,
left of field.
this man runs at his full pace, which is quite pacey. And if he runs into you, one of you's going to fall over.
God
and it won't be him.
forbid.
And if you put him on his left foot, he's going to shoot on his left foot. And the strike is going to be pretty clean. Like the keeper's going to have to make a save.
His goal today was like a striker who is mad confident. It's like a touch, and he's taking it on like the half step.
Yeah,
And
the
no
half
one's
step. That's what it
expecting
was because it wasn't far on the corner. But I was thinking like, why has that gone in? But I've seen the replay.
Early.
Yeah, like the first touch, like he just knew.
I was in a WhatsApp group and someone was like, "Oh, Emerson Royale's awful." I don't think many defenders can deal with. Like, he's caught him off
Emerson
guard.
Royal played well today.
Yeah, like
But I didn't see anything wrong. Like no one did anything wrong there.
Yeah,
He's just
only
done everything
right.
very right.
Yeah.
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 So, but for what I like for my player is what Olivier
provides.
Yeah.
No, he's flying. He's cooking. Maybe he'll get his 17 goals again in the Prem. I remember that season. Him, Bamford, they were flying the flag for English footballers, and
7 goals.
times were good, man.
7 goals, 5 assists from 13 Premier League games.
Not bad at all.
No,
I
I like
with Bamford. Today, I was just driving my car and I thought,
They call him Sausage Boy. Yeah, that's his nickname, Sausage Boy.
who?
Patrick Bamford.
Oh wow.
Yeah, someone called him Sausage Boy. I think did they get banned for it? Maybe. Yeah, someone called him Sausage Boy.
I was thinking about David Nugent.
Old school.
I just feel like he could have done more. What was he, Portsmouth, right?
Portsmouth. Did he
Got
go
promoted
to
with Leicester.
Leicester? Yeah.
I just feel like he was never really given a shot, and we need to.
I think he was.
Was he England cusp? Was he?
Just about. That's when England were bleeding at striker.
Yeah.
That's when England were bleeding at striker.
Yeah, you take anything at that point. What do we make of Spurs today? 3 losses on the bounce now. Injury, suspensions.
Okay. Me, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you're up.
Me. Sorry to interrupt you, Dan.
No, fly the flag for Ange.
Can you get up Tottenham's fixtures this whole season?
Okay.
Because what I tell you people is that context is extremely key. All right? You know what? I'm going to change my name from Dragon to the Con Man.
Cool.
Okay. The context man. Because context is key. Tottenham were unbeaten in their first 10 Premier League games this season.
Best ever start?
Best ever start. One draw, 9 wins. By the way, the only team in Premier League history, probably even Football League history, to go undefeated in the first 10 and then lose their next 3. No one's ever done that before.
Yeah, in Premier League history, I think there was who was it? They share this with. It's like a lower league team.
Yeah.
They've had some
cool.
shocker.
But what I'm saying, you got the fixtures up, Dan?
Yes, I do.
So cool. Tottenham's first game of the season, Brentford, was that a draw?
Yeah, 2-2.
2-2 draw, yeah?
Yes, yeah, a Desmond. As
Desmond
they call
2-2,
it,
yeah? Yeah, it happens. Brentford are a decent outfit. The next game, Dan?
Bear with me. We've got the results here. It was Brentford. They beat Man United at home.
Okay,
they got battered for 35 minutes. Bruno missed a sitter, and I think Rashford missed. Vicario made a good save.
They beat United, but if we're honest with ourselves, right now, Manchester United's productive are just a name.
That United.
Yeah.
This new inform United.
No, because I've got to talk about this new inform United as well. Because I'm using the same argument.
We'll come back to cool. Then they beat Bournemouth away, as everyone did at that time. New Bournemouth are here now. They beat Burnley again 5-2. Sheffield United at home. They were lucky to win that one. That probably late on.
Exactly.
I think it was like 12 minutes at the time. 2-1.
Richarlison.
Really late show.
Yeah. Cool. Next one.
Big vibes. That was like 16th September. Sun was out. Loved it. Arsenal Spurs 2-2.
Drew Arsenal, yeah, which looks like a fantastic.
Yes, because people were saying wait until the fixtures change. It's difficult. They've got Arsenal and Liverpool next, and I said they kind of handled that.
Yeah, so because they drew Arsenal, we're giving them more kudos now.
Yeah, then they beat Liverpool 9 men.
Beat 9-man Liverpool. Yeah,
barely.
Okay,
Luton beat them 1-0. Pummeled them, but Kenilworth Road, tough place to go.
And then
Fulham.
They beat Fulham.
It's not
team.
last year's Fulham.
Yeah.
They beat Crystal Palace, which was
again
closer than I believe.
But this is a bottom third team.
Fair.
Palace, yeah.
And then they were thumped by Chelsea at home, and Wolves beat them, and now Aston Villa beat them.
If you look at all the games that they won, there was always a caveat.
Okay,
either the team is that they're playing is underperforming, or there were external factors like the other team getting 2 red cards.
Yeah.
When they play teams on an even footing, who are closer to their level, this is what happens. I wasn't convinced with Tottenham being back.
Are we not going to shoot him some bell for the suspensions, injuries?
Everyone's going through that.
Everyone's going through that.
Like,
to be fair, because it all happened in the space of 15 minutes. That is a bit, if you're Tottenham's fitness crew, you're going.
Listen, the thing is, they had these injuries, and then international break came. Yeah, so they had time to think. Yeah, the injuries didn't happen the day before a big match.
Fair.
You understand? And literally everyone, I don't think there's any team in the Premier League that isn't missing at least 3 starting players.
Players that they wish they'd have.
Players who, if they were fit, they're starting. I don't mean like the equivalent of an Emile Smith role for Arsenal. No, I'm talking about the equivalent of a Thomas Partey for Arsenal.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
fair.
Fair.
So, this is into the real world.
And then was it 1 game a week as well?
Yeah.
Load management.
Sorry.
Oh, we started.
Villa are playing 2 fronts. We are on 2 fronts.
And doing well on both.
On both fronts.
Yeah.
Okay. United, not very well.
Not well on both, but
you're
still
in the Premier League.
Yeah.
City, whatever.
Different
Arsenal,
case.
whatever. Liverpool, they're playing Europa League football. Okay.
Cool.
We are in the Europa Conference League, which means we have to not go to the capital city of Croatia.
You got to take a flight, or a flight and a coach and a boat and
4th largest populous city in Croatia.
Which is like wouldn't even be top 20 in UK.
No.
Crazy.
When we go there, you will see that they only have 1 row of stands.
Wow.
Behind, in a camera view.
So sort of similar to like a Dulwich Hamlets type setup.
No, they've got they've got 1 stand.
Oh yeah, they're bigger than. Sorry.
Oh no, I meant 1 row of seats.
Just
Oh, is that the ground where the train comes past?
Yeah. And then, you know, that
Stop the game.
there's just like 4 Croatian builders just
Yeah.
there. They finish their shift. This is where we're going this
Playing
season.
backgammon.
I actually really like Spurs, just for the simple reason that Spurs are a really good team that you can root for, but they'll never do anything
To harm you.
To harm you, you know? And that's why I loved it when Spurs went to the Emirates and they drew 2-2.
They won 2-2.
They won 2-2. Sorry, I loved it. You know, when Spurs have had this record, and what they're doing is they were just saving a spot for us. They were keeping it warm.
Oh,
That's why I liked the fact that they were going unbeaten. It was like, please, the spot that you're keeping warm.
Keep
for us,
doing this. Yeah.
We took their spot last season. You know, people forget if we didn't beat Brighton, Spurs would be
Yeah,
going to the
yeah.
4th largest populous city in Croatia. So,
Yeah, but that's like I said, I was never impressed with Spurs.
No,
Because
I was.
So they're supposed to be playing good football because that's who they are, mate. But it's easy to play good football against teams that aren't very good. Yeah. Like, if Everton was not Everton. Ooh. Okay, I'm trying to find a decent team that aren't very good. Wolves will play, but they play okay. If you're playing Burnley, you're gonna look good. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, but I think
Postecoglou said a tough outcome, but I couldn't be happier with the way the boys played.
You said that?
Postecoglou.
Because that's who we are, mate.
Did we think that the heat will turn up on him, or is
the
early part of the season enough to carry these lot through till post Christmas?
He's got North London in a headlock.
Yeah, credit in the bank.
Yeah, so much credit.
That same credit, is what they're going to use to make his noose from, because he set the bar pretty high.
But is it the same sword they knight you with? They good knight you with? They say or something?
Exactly, because if things go bad, what you got to look at as the owner of a football club is, okay, can I envision things getting better? Like the case of Frank Lampard at Chelsea, they couldn't envision things getting better, so they got rid of him and then brought him back. But anyway,
that's beside the point.
Ange is fine, I think, because if you're Ange and you know times get tough, you can say, well, you did hire the Celtic manager.
Yeah,
I was your 9th choice manager.
Yeah,
and after this, I think Ange can now, after this Spurs job, I can see him being the next Fulham manager once Marcus Silva.
So he can ride the coattails of his success.
And Fulham and Spurs have got quite a weird connection over the years. They always, you know, like I think it's one day Ramos, Dimitar Berbatov.
Yeah, Moussa Dembele,
Dempsey played over Tottenham. He did.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. Okay. Spurs to Fulham, but yeah, I think Postecoglou's earned a lot of credit because I don't know if you guys play FIFA career mode.
No, unfortunately, I don't have time to. I wish I could.
I've clearly got all the time in the world. You can do press conferences, and depending on your answer for press conferences, players and fans get morale.
Nice.
Oh, just like on FM.
Yeah. So Postecoglou, every single press conference,
morale.
And I think the Spurs fans, obviously after Conte, after Mourinho,
the charm offensive is a big part.
He's Australian.
Yeah, but you got to be careful because this morale, it boosts you up. Yeah. Remember, the higher you are, the further you fall.
Yeah, that's true.
The crash is going to be an almighty crash when it happens. He's not getting top 4.
No, Spurs dropped out of the top 4 today, and Villa went into it.
Yeah.
Also, RIP Terry Venables.
RIP Big Terry Venables, who Gary Lineker said was the best English coach
this
country's ever had. I love the way when people choose their words carefully.
Yeah. I ain't. Yeah, RIP.
He's before my time, unfortunately.
96.
80.
No, not his age. In Euro 96, he was behind that, and England went out on penalties.
Yeah, so that was my first memory of football was Gareth Southgate missing that penny.
Okay,
but I don't remember the tournament.
Nightmares.
Yeah. But Venables, national treasure, man.
Can we swear on this?
Well,
I think we're into that zone where you can swear now. Yeah.
Fuck Gareth Southgate. Sorry.
Whoa.
No, we won't continue.
Isn't he a Villa legend?
Some Villa fans, the older Villa fans that have got too much of an ego to admit Southgate's a Villa legend will tell you that. But Gareth Southgate hates Aston Villa. Never wanted to play Jack Grealish when he was at Aston Villa. Moved to Man City. Oh, now he's a starter. Never wanted to play Ezri Konsa and got pretty much forced into picking Ezri
There were
Konsa.
riots, yeah.
Ollie Watkins never wanted to. Callum Wilson was starting before.
Ollie Watkins. Only Erling Haaland with 18 goals has scored more goals than him across all competitions this season. And Ollie Watkins has 12.
And he actually started, he didn't score in his first 4.
Bit of a quiet start. It was more assists than goals at the start of the season.
He scored a hat-trick against Hibernian, but, we were like, please.
Unfortunately, guys, Gareth Southgate will go down as an England legend. So in was Gareth Southgate like 51 years old, something like that. So in 29 years, when he dies at the age of 80, like the Terry Venables did, God rest his soul.
Who will be presenting by then? Who will be a footballer that's into the media by then?
Phil Foden.
Phil Foden
will be like, yeah, he's one of the best coaches I played under. And people are going to forget that Phil Foden probably only played under like 4 coaches. So it's like...
The young podcasters will be on a podcast saying people choose their words wisely. Yeah,
exactly.
The stat was Tottenham are only the 3rd team in English top flight history to go unbeaten across their first 10 games of the season and then lose their next 3. It was Huddersfield in 1924, 1925 and Sheffield United in 1971, 1972. Crazy. And it doesn't get easier. They've got Man City next week.
Where is it?
I'm not sure. Does it matter?
Yes. If it's at the Etihad.
That's a bogey team. Tottenham are bogey team for City.
Under other managers.
I can... This is why I like Spurs.
Okay.
Because I'm going to put that game on, I'm going to think, Man City are going to have an easy day here. And then Spurs will score to make it 4-3 in the final minute. They don't have Harry Kane, but I think Son has kind of taken that...
Okay, that mantle.
That mantle of Harry Kane, yeah. To be honest, even if it's at Spurs as well, I can see them getting a result.
Fair.
And I think...
What a game to turn it around.
Do Man City look that good at the moment?
No, but we can get there. Where do we want to go next?
Manchester United Sport Directive.
United. Man United won convincingly. The first time United have led a game 2-0 in the Premier League this season, which we love to see. It was against Everton, and the backdrop of the game, prior to the game was Everton's 10-point deduction. We still await the punishment for Chelsea and Man City with bated breath. And Alejandro Garnacho has, for me, finally arrived. This is like an iconic moment. Is it the best overhead kick goal I've seen scored? I'm going to say yeah.
It's very good.
I was marinating chicken. And my girlfriend went, how did he do that?
Okay.
And I heard Garnacho. And I was like, oh, he's injured someone.
What's he done? Okay.
And I walked in.
He hasn't tracked back.
And I was obviously like, seeing Man United score, I was like, oh. And when a player scores a goal for a team that you hate so much, and you go, nice, man.
Fair.
That's how good of a goal. I think it's,
I don't think anyone can be mad at that goal.
It's tough, isn't it? It went bare quiet because obviously Everton had this issue, protest,
raised £40,000
for all the pink things and planes and fireworks and all this stuff. And I think if he hadn't scored that goal, they probably would have been even more buoyant. But that seemed to just suck the atmosphere out the stadium. Killed them.
Everton fans were
like it's just so shocking. Yeah. They lived to see this. United weren't great again, especially I think in that first half. United were poor. Held on basically for dear life, as we have a lot this season. I'm not sure how we solved that, but I think Kobe Mainu, that debut.
Was that a debut?
It's kind of his first start. And he probably should have played earlier in the season if it weren't for injury. People moan about injuries. I think he was injured against Arsenal in pre-season. He came.
You guys decided to just kick the hell out of us.
That was weird. Pre-season shouldn't be like that, man.
We don't do friendlies.
Pre-season shouldn't be like that.
I blame Snus.
Snus is killing our people. But yeah, he got injured. But as in terms of like a start, he was just composed, just so cool on the ball.
Like butter.
Yeah.
Manchester United, the most informed team in the Barclays at the moment. Prior to this game, they'd won 4 of the last 5, losing only to Manchester City. And the thing is, we got to say it was only Manchester City because they're like, you expect to lose when you go against Manchester City. However, as well. What I will say with regards to your form is that if I'm going to say you expect to lose to Manchester City, I've also got to say that you expect to beat Luton.
Reel off the names.
You expect to beat Fulham. You expect to beat Sheffield United, and you don't always expect to beat Brentford, but you did.
Yeah, in like the 98th minute.
So those teams you beat, and if you showed Man United the fixture, the 5 fixtures
on paper,
and said, if you showed them these 5 fixtures and said how many points you expect to get, you would say we expect
12 out of 15.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you have got. because of the teams you played against. And then Everton today, I did expect an Everton win, not because I feel like they're better than you. No, they're horrible. Yeah. But I felt like they would have been buoyed by everything that's going on, by the 10
siege mentality. Exactly. You saw the interviews before the game,
and had you not got the early goal, it would have been completely different.
Because we would have been tussling with them at 0-0. Because even at 1-0 up, they were showing fight, endeavour. Yeah. That was and I've said this on a few pods. I probably don't want my chances falling to Decore in an ideal world.
No, definitely not.
No, you don't.
He plays like a 10 role, and also Calvert-Lewin's not a good player, man.
Pocket job today again. Maguire. Yeah. Is it time for the memes and that to stop?
No, he's been apologised. They apologised to him. Was it Uganda?
Oh, the Ghanaian, one of the Ghanaian ministers. Yeah.
No, Maguire is just not being a donkey. But nah, that's all it is.
And that's all we ask.
That's all we ask. That's all we ask. But Calvert-Lewin is not a good player. That's just
my stocks. I'm keeping my stocks. I'm not selling them.
What are his attributes? Because I know they are. What are they?
Good in the air.
When you start off with that, it's already right.
No, because he is like elite in the air.
Okay.
I think, what is it? I think he's probably in the top 2, 3 for most headed goals in Premier League history.
So you have a player who has one strength, yeah? Mm-hmm. One.
No, we're not one strength. He's good. No. He's good in and around the box as well. He's been injured for ages. He's just like, let him live a bit.
No, he's good in the air. So this man has one strength. You can counter it, and teams obviously do that because he's not scoring many goals. Like, if Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets 14 goals in the league season, we're like, whoa, what a great season, Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah, and he's done it before.
He's done it once before. But I'm saying, like, when a player gets that amount of goals, again, Gabriel Jesus, I think, got like 13 last year. We're like, oh, he stunk. Forgetting he missed 3 months. Calvert-Lewin gets 13. We're like, oh, England call up coming, yes or no?
It's like relative. He's fighting. He's in the trenches.
If he moves to another team, let's say Calvert-Lewin goes to, I could see him going to a Fulham.
He does the exact same.
If he went to a
Man City,
Spurs,
exact same.
Really?
It's the exact same. The exact same. Even if you went to Man City, exact same.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's a coincidence that he flourished under Ancelotti. So if you got a better manager,
and the flourish was what, like 13 goals, 11 goals.
No, I think it was 17. I had a bet with Scorch.
I think he scored 20. All comps, yeah. But remember, he scored his first touch like in 11 goals in a row, yeah.
Which is a talent, man.
Yeah. But he done it for 11 games, and that was the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
Like, no, but then he scored 6 headers.
Okay, so he scored 17 goals in one.
It was that season, I think, when Ollie Watkins was doing this thing and Bamford was doing. I was like, England, man, they're spoiled.
He's done it at that time, and for whatever reason, has not done it again. Because like it's not enough to just do it once.
Yeah,
I think he picked up a bit of fame. He started doing GQ adverts.
Yeah.
And
was it the bags and the heel, the backless?
He angered the fans shoes that he had pleased for so long.
Yes, yeah, they started turning on him, man.
And I think the thing with Calvert-Lewin, because they've got what's the other guy, the striker that they bought this summer, Beto, yeah. He is the worst footballer I've ever seen play football.
It's tough to watch that. Yeah,
in my life,
tough to watch.
The fact that an institution has paid millions of pounds for that.
Yeah, millions.
And we are still living in a cost of living crisis. Angers me.
What that money could have been spent on in up north.
Or not spent.
Yeah, you could just hold it.
Just like withdraw from the bank and just look at it. It'll do a better job.
Yeah. Northern Rail is still bleeding.
Yeah.
And Everton have got the cheek to spend millions of... Anyway.
It's tough.
I think with Calvert-Lewin, my issue with Everton is that they could be so good.
Okay, what makes you say that? In terms of the squad?
In terms of squads, what they've got right now is good enough to finish in the top half.
Okay.
The issue is they are so badly run that it seeps down through to the first team. Sean Dyche is an okay manager. He'll keep you up and he'll get some wins during the season. But with Everton, you even look at the team today and it's like, you spent all this money in the past.
And this is what you have to show for it.
Playing Idris Agana game.
Yeah, on his second tour.
He's done with football. He doesn't want to play football anymore.
Yeah, you got
the
Jack Harrisons, the McNeils.
I like McNeil and Jack Harrison on the wings, but maybe for...
Not enough. Ashley Young still playing a trade.
Goodness gracious.
A little bit off the pace.
Yeah. Can we say as well that Jordan Pickford is the worst goalkeeper in the Premier League?
Worst? I think he probably still is England's best keeper.
But how?
I think some of his distribution today was bonkers. I think it's overlooked.
It's always good.
I think it's overlooked, and I think it's better than it was because before he used to like just boot it. Like you'd have like the fat kid in school who's just got mad tech, but he can't do anything else. But he could kick it into like the senior playground or whatever.
Yeah.
He had that, but now I think he's kind of punching it in. He's trying to play out from the back. I think he's a decent shot stopper. He's got that little bit of like mental side to him, but I think the mistakes and errors are slowly seeping out of his game.
Is he? Because I can take a keeper that will make mistakes and errors.
Yeah.
Emiliano Martinez makes a lot of errors. He just won the Yashin Award.
What was that for the
goalkeeper?
Yeah, the goalkeeper. Award. Yeah. Martinez makes mistakes, like we saw him.
I think he's par for the course.
Yeah, but Pickford, he doesn't make mistakes, but he still somehow is bad. There is a lot of goals that other teams score, and obviously Everton are not really ever live, so I see a lot of this on Sky Sports or Match of the Day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of goals that teams score, and I go, how have
Should
you
have
not
done
saved
better,
that?
or
Like, and the dinosaur memes, I used to go, how can he be a dinosaur if he's a goalkeeper? But I see it, and they paid £30 million for him.
£30 million when?
Like 7 years ago.
Yeah, inflation.
So that's like what, like that's like £1.4 million.
Yeah, and they bought him from Sunderland.
I don't think he's that bad. I don't think he's the problem at Everton.
I wouldn't say he's a problem, but I think if they went and bought a Vicario this summer, and they went, Pickford,
Ta-da.
we're going to send you on loan to Hull City. I think Everton, we see a more confident back four. And Garnacho scored a very, very good goal.
Oh yeah. No smart on anyone.
But it wasn't even close.
Oh wow.
Stay still if you're gonna
Roy
be that
Keane
far
didn't even get onto him today. How can you be doing this, TJ? What's going on?
I'm sorry, I'm a Pickford hater. I really am.
Jesus.
I love the hate.
After he pretty much lost FPL for me last season.
Oh, that's what it is.
He wasn't picking up any more than 1 point a week.
I see.
And
But he's playing behind Michael Keane sometimes.
Sometimes. Today, Jared Brantwaite, who's a very good centre
Top
back.
player, I've been saying it.
Yeah, very good centre
Been saying
back.
it.
And
Kind of got cooked up by Martial in a weird way though. Like, it wasn't direct, but he weren't like stepping in and being aggressive. Sometimes he's going out to the channel and racing Rashford, but not getting there. Where I've seen him lifting guys up, outpacing them. Today was like a little bit of a, okay, still bit of work to do. Edouard did it to him, Crystal Palace versus Everton as well. But I still think he's a top player.
So he's getting a gauge, and he played in Holland as well, where
nice education.
Yeah, exactly. But and they're obviously about Tarkowski. I saw Martial win a header against Tarkowski.
That was crazy to me.
I was like,
I saw him win a couple, and I was like, you're not even that guy, Toto.
Yeah.
But his finish for the third goal. I will never let anyone on the internet turn me against Martial. I've had enough of it. It's impossible. It is a bond that is unbreakable.
And that's why United are where they
finish today, first touch, ding.
Martial walked so Haaland could run.
How many times will you do that in over a 5-year period? Or something of that ilk?
You might get 10 across a 5-year period, but it's the manner.
Okay. You might get 10 over a 5-year period, yeah? How long has he been at United for?
No, like that.
It's something of that ilk. How long has he been at United for?
Probably like 7, 8.
And how many times has he done something of that ilk?
No, he's done it a few times, man.
I just need
done it a
numbers.
few times.
We need to look at the expectation that was brought upon him. He's got a Ballon d'Or clause in his contract.
Yes, that's silly
He's
stuff.
closer to winning championship.
It's silly stuff. But yeah, I can't be turned against him because I saw flashes of that stuff and some of the link up play. We just don't have a player like it. Rashford got his goal. Jess, I'm sure you celebrated that. He was given the ball a la Kai Havertz. It's the charity donation goal, which is what we're seeing. Great, yeah, good pen. Yeah. Didn't want to celebrate it, which I liked.
Wait, then he did. He did want to celebrate.
It was Buki. It was like he was like
he wanted to act.
It was kind of given to me.
That tells me everything. Now you mention it. That tells me everything about Rashford because he scored. He didn't want to celebrate, but like, why are you acting? Just be real, because then now you're celebrating.
They pushed him. I saw them. Yeah, it was an reaction I weren't expecting, but I kind of liked that he didn't celebrate because he weren't playing.
I think that it's gonna have no bearing on his form.
We'd hope so. As a United fan, you hope it turned.
From a United fan, is he good?
Yeah, and I think that's probably about it. I think that's about, like, you can just be good. You don't have to be an all-time or best ever. Like, there can just be good players, and I think he's just a
this
good
is what
player.
I don't like about United.
Yeah. Thank you.
I went to school with obviously a lot of United fans because I went to school in London. Who was it? Who was the first one? Januzaj. Had Januzaj. I had United fans screaming to me that Januzaj was the next big thing. That came and went.
That's Snus.
That's probably, yes.
Who's that guy? Little Cruyffy black flip and then Italian boy.
Makeda.
Yeah.
No one in their right mind. Isn't he from your parish as well.
Yeah, let's not. Makeda. I think that was the first time I cried at football. That last minute goal. But yeah, you had Januzaj, Alexander Butler. Wasn't screamed about a lot.
Come on, what are we doing here?
Next up,
I heard it too.
Daniel James. I heard that was one of the best signings ever.
Anthony,
because Anthony.
Where you see these people that are telling you this? What are they doing now in life? Like, what are they achieving things?
Prime Minister.
Like what?
No, they're not really achieving.
Not a lot. Yeah. I get that feeling.
And that's one reason I dislike United very heavily is one player, Kobe Mainoo. I can see it because the eye test just does wonders. But you've had so many players who have come through, and United fans go, "This is going to be the next one." You want the class of '92 to be back so badly, and I think Manchester, like, they've stole your catchment. You got the Fletcher brothers back.
Yeah,
Darren Fletcher managed to get the Fletcher boys from City to United, but when we talk about United youngsters coming through the first team, is there, other than Rashford, is there?
Well, Garnacho is one of them. Cobby, Hannibal's
not good.
No.
Hannibal's very good at running.
He's in the squad.
He's very good at running.
I don't think,
because City are selling their young boys for.
I don't think United should be kind of attacked or beaten because we don't have a class of '92. This is where we are. Like this is why we hate Man United. Rashford is not a product of that.
He said that. He said apart from Rashford.
Again, on the Eat, Drink and Talk football podcast on Friday, I named 30 strikers, not even strikers, 30 players who had scored a Premier League hat-trick before Marcus Rashford. What's his name? There was
Nicholas Jackson. No.
The Norwegian striker, Josh
Olsen.
No,
Josh King.
Josh King has scored 2 Premier League hat-tricks before Marcus Rashford, and he doesn't even play in the league anymore. And nothing against Rashford, because
nothing against Rashford after bringing that up.
One of my nephews was fed by Rashford, so shout out Marcus.
There we go.
But United really need to take a good hard look at themselves and need to be like, right, we're either going to do the buying thing or the youth thing. We can't do both, because you tried to do both with Haaland. You tried to buy a good young player. I can tell you this now: Haaland is not going to be worth 70 or 80 million.
He's mad fast though.
He's quick, and he can back into a centre back.
Champions League goals that don't count. Or
this is why we dislike Man United.
I am asking I need to hear something back.
Where are you in the Champions League group though?
No, is that due to Haaland or?
No. It goes back to what's about Enzo in the beginning. Yeah, like should you not be elevating your team? Like, you're scoring nothing goals because
but Enzo's not scoring. He's not assisting.
Regardless of your
Haaland
goals.
is scoring.
Who else was in for Haaland over the summer?
PSG.
Nobody.
Yeah, no.
PSG.
PSG will sign any young boy for 80 million. And another fact is you've got Anthony, who cost you another 80 million pounds. And I actually feel sorry for you guys. I feel really deeply sorry for you guys with that one, because I've never seen such a miss of a transfer signing. And Mason Mount, oh god,
injured again.
Oh god,
it's a shame.
I wish I could have spoken to Ten Hag the day that he signed a contract.
Said don't do it.
And said,
where does Mason Mount go from here?
He needs to get fit and stay fit.
It won't matter. He'll just stay there for like 8 years.
Ambassador,
yeah. He'll just stay there for 8 years, and he'll think I should have stayed at Chelsea like Juan Mata did.
Only United, when they win, can be magnified in this manner. But yeah, the most informed team pumped Everton, regardless of their death throes,
the most informed team,
struggles.
The facts are, the most informed team pumped the team was second bottom.
Nice. And that is what we call manipulation by numbers.
I will say that you've got main character armour. You've got plot armour.
Okay.
One thing about United is you guys can be Ragnick bad. You'll still go to Goodison Park and win 3-0. You'll still go to Craven Cottage and win 1-0. You'll still score a goal in there. Like Sir Alex Ferguson, I don't know what he has done. What part of his cellular makeup he has put underneath the penalty spot of Man United.
Wow.
Hyena.
I will never, ever, ever count Man United out. And I think that's one thing you've got going for you, is that you've got that.
One of my friends says, we perform badly. He's a Chelsea fan. Perform badly every week. They perform badly, but somehow we manage to link points.
And it's something that's in there.
I wonder if it's, maybe United aren't as bad as everyone Because luck, I don't think is. If we're being a serious podcast, I don't think you can be lucky across the whole season. We did it under Ole as well.
You've got very good individual players. When it comes to people who plays like Fernandez, Garnacho, Casemiro is out, Varane. Like these players don't gel together as a team, but we still need to remember that these are some of the world's best.
Some top players. And Luke Shaw's back, so I said when he comes back, we're going to see an uptick in form.
I'm telling you, Luke Shaw is the
Watch
guy. I don't
this
understand.
space.
Do you understand Luke Shaw's
Scorcher
slander?
said it. He said he weren't hearing it.
I do understand
You're
Luke
gonna
Shaw's
listen.
slander. Luke Shaw is a fantastic football player. Like, always has been, in my opinion.
And I'm not even like, oh, world best. Da, da, da. You're going to see a difference.
He's not the world's best, but he's a very good football player. Yeah. He adds value to England and Manchester United's sport adjective.
Shout out to Luke Shaw. Should we go to the Bournemouth at the Etihad? The 1-0.
If you're enjoying Armchair Gaffers, please be sure to I can't bother anymore.
Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you comment as well.
They're not going to do it. As I was talking, I was like, they're not going to do it. Surely. Nah, man.
Let's go to that Bournemouth. It was another 12:30 kickoff to Klopp's dismay. It was post-international break. Why was this game so underwhelming?
They're good friends.
One of the worst rivalries in football?
The worst rivalry in football.
Second worst.
Who's the first one?
Brighton Crystal Palace. Brighton Crystal Palace.
Oh, M23 derby. Yeah. Scary.
I was on a podcast with a Brighton fan a few months ago and he's like, I hate Palace. I hate Palace.
I know a Palace season ticket holder, he hates Brighton as well.
I don't know why, but I call it the Gatwick derby.
Nice.
If you live in Crystal Palace, Gatwick. If you live in Brighton, you go Gatwick.
Yeah. Nunes tried to add a little bit of fire to it at the end. Him and Klopp tried to fight. No.
You can even see when Klopp was like, don't worry about him.
He's sweet. Yeah, that's my mate. Why was this game so poor? For a game which saw two title contenders or former contenders.
Fair, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe a bit fair.
I think, and I was listening to a podcast and they mentioned that Pep hates chaos. So he would have hated what he saw at Stamford Bridge. So we've gone for more control.
Yeah. And you sacrifice a lot of, I guess, creativity. You do that.
And Klopp did the same thing. I think when you've got two managers that respect each other that much, what does training look like in the week? Does it look like we're going to go out and batter these guys? Or does it look like we go, Trent, I want you to play well. Jota, do you know what I mean?
It was a different approach from Liverpool. Like, it wasn't the rock and roll, chaos, pressing type thing that we've come to know.
Sometimes, like, I always wonder, like, when teams do or don't do something, I always think about cause and effect. So, are you not doing, let's say, for example, Liverpool aren't doing their rock and roll Gengen press, Are they not doing it because they're not being allowed to do it? Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
by the opposition.
Like, the opposition are beating the press. They've done it so many times now that you're thinking, no, this isn't working, let's just not do it.
Yeah.
Or have you decided that you're not going to employ that tactic? I always wonder why. I don't have the answer. I'm just like to just ask questions to myself.
What did you think of it, TJ? Do you think it was more choice or was it inflicted upon them by Man City?
I think it was a tiny bit of both. I think Liverpool, obviously, they're playing a new system. Trent's coming on inside and they're kind of shifting to a bit more of a three at the back, sometimes two at the back because VVD and whoever goes next to him, just, really good centre backs. But part of me, I watched that game and I was just a bit like, these are two teams that can't be asked to go into first. Not that they can't go into first gear, but Man City think, well, if we go into first gear, we might lose. But also, a lot of us have just come back from Norway,
all over the world,
Argentina, Sweden, Spain, Liverpool kind of did the same thing, and it's like I went to a school where we had 6 form groups per year.
Okay.
And Y and C were always the two best technically. And when we did inter-form competitions, because those two teams knew how good they were, they'd just be like, do you know what? Why should we be trying so hard when we can just go beat the other guys?
And then
A, B, C, X, Y, Z?
CKL, SYW.
Wow.
It was named after British county parishes. Went to posh school. But yeah,
we digress.
Yeah, we digress. I even said this to Mr. Brown again. Shout out Mr. Brown.
Shout out Mr. Brown.
I said it's going to be a very sluggish competition.
Adrian! Do you know the reference?
Adrian.
Rocky.
Rocky Part 1.
I've never watched Rocky.
Oh.
When he loses to Apollo Creed via draw, right?
I watched Creed.
I can't remember the result, but yeah, Adrian, and he's battered, and he can hardly see.
By points. Yeah, he's bad. He's like, yeah.
And then Apollo Creed becomes his good friend. Yeah. R.I.P. It wasn't the game that I was expecting. Almost wish I didn't follow it. Tune in. Trent, whilst Reece James was bleeding up north, he plucked up a Ollie Watkins type strike on the half step, hit it early. What do we make of Trent in this new role? Supposedly he set the record yesterday for being dribbled past the most times. Do we care?
No, we don't care. Time out. Jeremy Doku, yeah? People saying he's currently the best winger in the Premier League. Yeah.
Mr. Stop Start.
I've heard that. He's got 5 assists. 4 of those assists came in one game.
Against Bournemouth at home, I believe.
Yeah. I really want to say this.
Say it.
Why are we slandering Cole Palmer but no one's slandering Jeremy Doku? Why is everyone saying that Cole Palmer is overrated but Jeremy Doku is not?
I know, I said this.
Because when Cole Palmer and Jeremy Doku had the same pitch to play on, Jeremy Doku wasn't even starting. But people now want to say that Cole Palmer is getting too much hype.
So you're saying Cole Palmer's better?
No. I'm saying, why don't we treat Cole Palmer with the same sword that we treat Jeremy Doku?
I did say Doku. Well, I call him now Doku Max. I've given him the name.
Yeah, people have compared him to.
Yeah, he's essentially Aaron St. Maximin. In Harrods, whereas Aaron St. Maximin was Aaron St. Maximin in BHS. Shout out Sir Philip Green.
Yeah, British Home Stores.
Yeah, but no, Doku for me is just like what you said earlier. He's a concept player. Like he's like a concept, yeah. But it's a working concept. Like it runs.
Okay.
You know when you go to your Geneva Motor Show, yeah. And here we have the 2023 model running on pure hydrogen and good vibes.
Oh wow!
I put my hand here, say good things. The engine starts. Love you. You see. If I do negative things, the car turns off. Bad car. So that's German.
Sorry, because they travel, innit?
Yeah. So it's like he works. Yeah.
I think he is just lightning, and he takes people on. And when you compare it to his predecessor, who was injured yesterday, Jack Grealish, it's a breath of fresh air. That's when you compare it to the slower erosion type. Method. But yesterday, there was a lot of not really taking people on and then playing inside a bit safe. It's different stuff.
Who I see play football like every week now. I'm making sure I see it. Yeah, and when I think of wingers, I think of this man.
Okay,
and his name is Leroy Sané, as they call him.
Who Harry Kane has given him a new lease of life, I believe.
And then there's another man, called Kingsley Coman, who's playing on the right now, and he looks outstanding. Like, have you seen him on the right? It's crazy. And I think like this is what Doku should aspire to, because there's actual end product at the end of this, like regular end product, not just flashes of my days, the most dribbles completed since the fall of the Berlin Wall. Like, come on, man.
Is that 89? I think
89.
He doesn't have that. Like Sané and Coman, they grew up practicing stepovers in the garden. They just knew they were fast. Doku was like, I'm fast, so let me get faster. And that's all he practiced.
I saw there's a clip that's been going around, and in the clip, I think he starts off saying, like when I was younger, like I think it was more about skill, and then he said something clicked, and I just want to kill defenders. And I was like, whoa. I like it, man. I like it. And I think he deserves a lot of the credit that he's getting, because when you compare it to £100 million Jack Grealish and what he's been serving up, we haven't even been able to have this much of a talk about him.
We can't.
So shout out to him.
It's very hard to aggregate what Jack Grealish does for a team. Like only, and this is why Pep's very clever, because when people go, Pep, is Jack Grealish good? He goes, well, I know he's good, and we're like, well, as football fans,
tell me more.
You're not the only one that's watching football, so we want to be able to know. And I saw a football video about Jack Grealish, and it was like, and I got it because Grealish creates so much space on the pitch with his dribbles, the way he collects the ball, stuff like that. But the difference between Doku and Grealish is doing something good that still requires someone else to do something. Just because you're creating space, now you still need players to go and
to exploit that space. Yeah.
Doku will run the ball to the byline, beat 2 men, and then he would just pass it to
Bread and butter. It's what we know. It's what we've grown up with. Beat the fullback, cross.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
So,
my dad's, my dad is a Chelsea fan.
Chessy.
He would always say, take him on, take him on. He could be watching John Terry on the wing after the corner. He's gone out, and he would be like, take him on.
Yeah,
take him
it gets fans off seats. Yeah,
and I think that's what a lot of fans want. But
So Grealish needs someone to do another job. So it's like he's working the steel mine or the iron mine, sorry, and then he needs someone to smelt it.
yes.
there you go.
Yeah,
but he's very
He
good
needs a smelter
at preparing.
at digging out the iron ore.
He's a sous chef.
Yeah,
The sous chef.
The sink
facilitator.
and everything will be clean. So then the main chef can go and do a perfect job.
Yeah,
Win that Michelin
And
star.
the question is that worth £100 million?
it
Depends what restaurant. Yeah, we're the same with. But yeah, awful. Alisson was awful as well again, and he seemed to have gotten rid of it last year. But the season before, there were a lot of weird things he was doing. Yesterday,
died.
Yesterday looked extremely nervy. For a player of his experience, I weren't expecting it. It weren't really expected.
about that
Probably
time.
should have done better.
Shout out Nella Rose. She's made us all. We've all lost. Basically, what people don't understand.
You're old enough to be my dad.
You disrespect me one time, you pussy, yo. Yeah? What did she say?
Weirdo.
You're weirdo. But you understand, yeah, like a lot of people might not know this, yeah? But like, for those of you listening, we are like predominantly ethnic podcast.
Minorities.
Yeah, depending if you're what part of London you're in. No. But yeah. So like when one person, like a black person, yeah, does something and it makes public attention, yeah, like national news. If it's good, it uplifts all of us.
Marcus Rashford feeding kids.
Yeah, and when it's bad, we all lose points. Yeah, like my neighbours have been shaking their head at me recently, like just have a word with her. I'm like, I don't know her. But they're like, come on, mate. You know what I mean? So like Raheem Sterling, for example, and Rashford, like they lift us up, and then you get let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's not do that.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, shout out to everyone involved. Haaland, 50 goals in 48 games.
In 48 games?
Yeah, beaten Andy Cole's record of 65.
I heard it was quick, yeah, but I didn't know how quick.
Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Are you moved by him yet? Are we moved?
No,
Or
because
does it move us or not?
No. My thing is, yeah, I like good football players. Like two of my favorite football players of all time. Well, one is Guy McAllister.
Oh,
Yeah. And the other one is Norberto Solano.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. I like people that are good at football. I don't like everything else is a bonus. Score, you assist, yeah,
Headers.
yeah, it's all a bonus. Yeah, but are you good at football? Yes. Okay. Haaland at the sport of football, as Floyd Mayweather will say, the sport of boxing. Haaland is not good at the sport of boxing, football. He's fast and he's strong, and he's a good goal scorer. But when it comes to like how does he make you feel when you watch Haaland play? How does it make you feel? Yeah, what's playing? Is it a violin or is it a drum kit?
It's switched off. I think most of the time, whatever instrument it is, it's quite.
Exactly, yeah,
yeah. And he said the other day he goes into like a trance-like state because loads of the time he doesn't have the ball.
Yeah, Ramsdale said that the other day as well, didn't he?
Players just do weird things.
I'm
Like
just
when
like-
international breaks come around, everyone just turn the mics off.
You don't need to listen
Gabriel
to
Jesus,
these guys.
I'm not good at the goal scoring part. Like just shh.
We don't care. And we know, Gabriel.
Yeah,
We
you don't
know
need
that.
to tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
With
why.
Haaland, I think, as you said, if Haaland was playing futsal, it would be a tough watch.
Ooh,
Yeah.
God.
But he has perfected the art of finishing to a level that now is complete and utter magnificent.
It's lunacy.
In American football, we like to look at quarterbacks and we like to say, right, can he float? Can he throw off of every platform?
QB1.
Can he sidearm? Can he over the top, turning around, spinning around, whatever? Haaland can score on any platform. Left foot, right foot, in the air, dinking it over the keeper.
He's the Mahomes of finishing.
He's the Mahomes of finishing.
Don't know
When he
what
needs to
that
add
means.
a tiny bit of, je ne sais quoi on the ball, he can do it. He's not one of these strikers that's just got to thump it every time. Like a certain kid out in Spain who was disgraced by the country. That would just, he'll score, but every time it's going to rock the back. of the net. He can do things he can finish in such a magnificent way. And yesterday, the ball ricocheted off of someone and Haaland touched the ball outside of the box. It's crazy. And then I was like, oh, he's going to pass it. And then he dribbled and he didn't lose the ball.
He's evolving. No, what did they say in the Matrix? He's learning.
And I heard Pep on the sideline being like, pass it, get it away. Because you know that Pep hates it when Haaland takes more than 3 touches. Despises it. Because
he knows. Because he knows.
Haaland kind of gets the Ollie Watkins treatment. We'll talk about it earlier.
Yeah.
Don't run anywhere. Don't run outside the box. Just
save yourself.
And that's what you do. But I think Haaland is... I still prefer Luis Suarez, Fernando Torres, David Villa.
Rose-tinted spectacles, or they just made you feel something? They made you feel alive.
Yeah, and all Haaland makes me feel is statistical.
AI is taking over.
Do you know what I mean?
The robots are here.
Exactly. You look at the numbers and you go, wow, this is brilliant. But when I watched Filippo Inzaghi, I thought, that's someone who's just very good at football. I watch Haaland and I go, you're just someone who's very good at striking.
Fair. That draw, who knows what that leads to, because Arsenal are flying in a weird way, and so City dropping points ahead is not good, because you're not playing how you were playing last year. It looks a bit clunky, looking like a set piece team at times. You're scary from set pieces. But yeah, Arsenal went top of the league with a last gasp winner from that man, Cobra Kai Havertz, with a goal that they practiced in training.
King Cobra Kai.
Sorry, apologies. Whoa. Let's just go Cobra. Yes, and it propelled Arsenal to the top of the Premier League. It was Mikel Arteta's 200th game, and what a way to celebrate it by going top of the league. Jess, what did you make of it?
You people are crazy. What did Nelly say? You're a weirdo. Because
you're not my dad.
I was telling TJ before we went live, and I said it as well. And so I just realised it's all about the mise en scène, but it's also about perception. Now we're looking at Arsenal at the top. We're looking up at Arsenal and saying, yeah, but it's not as good as they were last year. Arsenal have clearly adapted and evolved and changed. Yeah, the issue last year that they had was that you knew the starting lineup. If everybody was fit, you knew who was starting. Yeah? Now you don't know. He tried something different. He tried something that a lot of Arsenal fans wanted, which was Trossard in the left 8 role. He started.
How did you think that went?
It wasn't great. Trossard done his job, but I think
Trossard starting is a little bit weird, man.
Yeah, no, but Trossard.
It's a bit Garnacho-ish, or previous Garnacho.
What the hell is this? Get off my screen. Yeah, like these things take time to like really gel. Like he was wearing the left 8 role with Ødegaard, who's back from like a career-ending concussion.
Yeah. Could have died or something. Something like remember, it's like when Ashley Williams kicked the ball at Van Persie and Fergie said he could have died.
Yeah, and then you had our regular right back wasn't playing. We had Tomiyasu playing right back. So
who's done well this year?
He's done well at left back, but it's like it's about like chemistry. Yeah, so as good as he is, like, Arsenal are doing different things to get the result.
Okay,
and I don't know why it's an issue when Arsenal do a Malcolm X and get the result by any means. It's a problem.
Nice.
But City are known for late goals, like just like grinding teams out. Like, let's not lie to ourselves and say that was a close game. It wasn't.
The Brentford game.
Yeah, they had 2 goals.
Probably should have scored when Ramsdale had.
Yeah, they should have scored after Ramsdale done something crazy in a situation where it shouldn't have happened. Yeah, and there was a goal line clearance. Yeah, but let's not deceive ourselves and say that. Yeah,
disallowed goal as well for what was it, millimetre offside or something.
Okay, like a what offside?
Yeah.
Oh, Arsenal's won.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Like, it's part of the game. But Arsenal are winning. That they've got options off the bench. In a good place, a very good place, the best place, top of the league. I spoke to Mick.
Ooh, best place.
The best place.
You're not second on the shoulder, like looking ahead.
So that's what we're meant to do. So we were meant to wait for the final third. So the last like 12 to 13 games of the season, and then make our push for the title. We weren't meant to go top of the league this early on. Yeah. We spoke about this internally. But obviously other clubs couldn't do what they had to do and get the 3 points. So we're not going to throw away 3 points unless we get a goal given that shouldn't be a goal. Usually a push or an offside or a ball crossing the line. Other than that, we're just going to win.
I saw Ian Wright moaning about that yesterday.
Yeah, other than that.
Still, that one cuts.
That one cuts deep. We're just going to win. And Arsenal are doing what they have to do.
Who's your number one? Is it Ramsdale or is it Raya?
For me, it's always been Ramsdale. Yesterday was very shaky. And for me, that's only happened because of what's happened since Raya's come in. Okay, you've got a man playing who knows his every move has been scrutinised.
It's tough. Like even, and I'm no Arsenal fan, probably the furthest thing from it. But watching those mistakes and then watching the shakiness, the self-doubt.
But are we surprised given the situation? Like, if everything was fine, had he done these mistakes when he had Carl Hein breathing down his neck? Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be a problem. But taking everything into context, the mistakes are the mistakes. But we know why they happened. Okay, if you tell him he's number one and you show him he's the number one, you will not get this.
Yeah.
So we need to get off his back. And is Raya even better than him? If he is, like, it's marginal. It's extremely marginal. There's even any difference.
Did Raya not play yesterday because he was on loan?
Yeah, exactly. That's all.
So Arteta signed a goalkeeper when he had a goalkeeper on loan, knowing that that goalkeeper at some point would not be able to play goalkeeper against the team, so then he would have to jade the morale and the structure. I think something needs to be said about Arteta's willingness to be Pep.
Ooh, interesting.
Overthink.
Okay.
To think,
cool.
I've got something really good here, but could it be better? It's taken me 20 minutes to get this live stream on, but it's not 720p. So should I risk this live stream and escape the full screen, try and find another one? Or should I just allow a live stream that's in 480p?
No. Those are, you're just overthinking it.
I think he's overthinking it.
Let it play.
David Raya as well, like, I've been around the training grounds, but I've never seen players communicate. It must be very awkward for Ramsdale and Raya, because you want to be the new young professional footballer who can be friends with his counterparts. But at the same time, if you're Ramsdale, you're looking at Raya and you're thinking... The
goalkeeper situation is so different to other positions on the field, isn't it?
And goalkeepers are supposed to be friends. And as goalkeepers, Ben Foster says it a lot, you know who the main keeper is, and as a substitute goalkeeper, you just help the main goalkeeper be the keeper he can be.
Third choice keeper. Yeah,
that's even it's not very often you have this situation where you have two keepers.
Numero uno.
Yeah, who could both be number one. Like, how often do you have two international goalkeepers in your club?
Really?
Like, very rare. So
or two, people that you'd say like vying for the
exactly, two fighting for place. But I also have not just two fighting for place, two keepers who, when their countries play, they might not be starting.
They're on tour,
They're on tour. So Ben Foster has never experienced that. So he needs to, like, when
Aston Villa have got it. Martinez and Jonas Olsen. He's Sweden's first choice keeper.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what country he's from, so that says it all.
Yeah. He's incredibly the worst keeper I've ever seen in my life.
Okay,
some howlers.
He ruined the trip to Old Trafford for me last year, Carabao Cup. We would have won that game if it wasn't for Olsen. But yeah, I think the whole Ramsdale-Raya situation, I think Arteta's a good manager, but we need to remember this is his first head coaching role, so he is going to be learning.
You're going to get things wrong.
And I think when he goes to his next job, Real Madrid, he will go, do you know what I'm not going to do? Sign two first choice goalkeepers.
Yeah, he's learning. Yeah, you're right. You got to remember, he's been a coach now. As of the 19th of December, it'll be 4 years he's been the first team coach.
Yeah.
Like, look at any coach and where they were after 4 years.
And we were on the topic of dads, like Ramsdale's dad doing interviews. Yeah, they don't teach you how to prepare for that.
Yeah, exactly. And Ramsdale saying that I can't concentrate for a full 90 minutes.
But that is too much, these interviews. Come on. I like footballers podcasting,
that's a problem.
showing us stuff and behind the scenes and how they think. But Jesus Christ.
I got nothing wrong with that.
Looking at pigeons and stuff.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But we as happens when things are going well, we're picking at little things. Things are going right for Arsenal. Another clean sheet, 6 clean sheets, 13 games.
I will say this though, very quickly.
Things are all right.
For the younger viewers who don't remember Arsenal 2006 to 2013.
Good Arsenal.
Perennially fighting for that top spot, but would never, ever, ever get it. How many times did we say Arsenal top at Christmas? During that 2006 to 2013 period. Yeah,
I think in terms of teams that have led the most, I think they do it. But
all the time,
and not go on to win.
Yeah, I'm not the Arsenal team. I think what's just happening is Arsenal were in a period where they weren't fighting for top spot, but they were just fighting for top 4.
Yeah,
and I think now they're fighting for top spot again. But when Arsenal left Highbury they left their Premier League.
Well, that's a fact. We haven't won it since.
Yeah, like there was again, like what
Wenger put something in the soil.
In the soil, and then they destroyed it.
Possibly. But what I will say, regardless of winning the league or not, we are in a far better position now than we have been for a long time. So
yeah,
like we're doing better every year. So you just go away.
Enough.
And
Enough.
also are doing good. Like, yeah, Jorginho didn't start, Havertz didn't start, Fabio didn't start. Life is good. Life is good.
Vieira was supposed to be the truth.
To tell you who is the truth.
William Saliba.
Well, apart from him, obviously.
Oh,
no,
Declan Rice.
Justin Kluivert. As Bournemouth beat Sheffield United 3-1.
That's his level.
Justin Kluivert, he scored his first Premier League goal after joining Bournemouth from Roma. He's now completed the set of scoring in Europe's top 5 leagues. This accomplishment at the age of 24 puts Kluivert in elite company, surpassing his father in scoring across multiple leagues. Not very good. It is the podcast of dads.
He's not very good.
At Bournemouth 3, Semenyo, Tavernier,
action,
Kluivert. Oh,
action. And I know they were against Sheffield United. Semenyo's looked good across this season, I think. But Jesus, yesterday it was like anything could happen. Could have been any score. Yeah.
But I saw Tavernier do more than 3 stepovers because normally players just do 1, 2, 3. He did like 8, and I was like, "Your surname is Tavernier.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing this.
Your brother.
Yeah, you should be even worried about doing Cruyff turn. How you doing? Yeah.
And then when Semenyo was just letting the ball come, like those lanky, ethnic wingers when they just let the ball come to them, and
there's a language style. Yeah.
And
ethnic wingers, I love it.
It was a cooking like we haven't seen before, and I didn't think we'd get to see this from Bournemouth, but they're kind of landing a bit.
And when Alex Scott comes back,
the injuries are killing him a little bit. And Solanke didn't even need to score.
Exactly, and Tyler Adams as well. They've got coming back as well.
Yeah.
They've got a very, very good squad of paper.
This is what happens when you let Aston Villa fan on the show. They bring the quality of our talk down.
This is my kind of vibe.
Yeah, you need to stop the top 6. Like, it's not just all about the top 6. There's some good teams out there, and you top 6 guys need to start looking at who's going to be the next disruptors.
This is what they get onto me for talking about like relegation battles and the likes of McBurney, these kind of guys. They hated me for it.
These are the teams that could ruin the title charge for you guys. All it takes is one bad away day.
Be careful.
And if you don't see it coming, it's going to hurt even more. Bournemouth, like last year, Brighton were disruptors, Fulham were disruptors. Bournemouth might be the next disruptors. And they started off very, very, very
I'm not going that far, but I'm going to let you cook. Sheffield United, Burnley, that is on the horizon. That is going to be a slugfest, and I cannot wait to see that. As Burnley lost again to West Ham, it's sad scene. Vincent Kompany, why hasn't he been sacked yet?
They've invested way too much, and so I work with a Burnley fan.
Okay.
I covers 2 sites for my job, London and Manchester.
Nice.
Shout out Rachel. She's a big Burnley fan.
Big up yourself, Rach.
Was she like BBW?
No. Don't listen to him, Rachel.
She's a passionate fan.
She's a very passionate fan.
When you said big Burnley fan, I thought you meant like...
not physically. No. Rachel's a big Burnley fan in the sense of supporting.
She also BBW.
Can you stop, please?
Yeah, but no. Okay, she's not. Very lovely woman though. And she always talks to me about Burnley because, claret and blue clubs.
You share a bond. And West Ham.
West Ham as well. We don't like West Ham anymore because they thought they won a trophy and they were like, we're not.
They're in your club now, European winners. Different,
yeah. But yeah, so Burnley have invested way too much in Vincent Kompany, not just financially, but also Burnley's a bit of, it's giving family club. It's giving, when you walk into the stadium, all the fans, they don't say Vincent Kompany, they say Vincent. Do you know what I mean?
Sort of the earth stuff, yeah.
They think that they know him. And I think it would be very difficult for the Burnley board to sack Vincent Kompany. And also, if you're the Burnley board, you think, well, if we sack him and we get another manager and they keep us up and we shouldn't be up, then we've got some kind of troubles in identity. If we keep Vincent Kompany, we get relegated, at least we keep the same identity in the Championship.
Okay.
So then we can come back up again.
Okay.
Because they will come back up again.
Okay. After what they did last year, it was, yeah. And I think that clip of Burnley reporting to pre-season probably about a week after finishing the Championship is looking a little bit weird now. because it's not really paying off. Shout out to Souček, scored a screamer. You don't really expect that from Souček. It's usually of the Dominic Calvert-Lewin variety, a header. But no, great strike to break Burnley hearts. Luton won against Crystal Palace. Elise scored one of the contenders for goal of the season, but it wasn't enough.
That Elise, oh God, he is so good. Just like no if buts maybe. Because I saw obviously I see the highlight of Sky Sports, and I thought, I wonder what he's gonna
picking it up on the halfway line.
Yeah, because I didn't see the stats. I didn't know he'd scored. So when he picked up the ball, I was like, I wonder what he's gonna do here. And
Jinky majinky, as they say.
Yeah, it's I am quite speechless.
Celebration as well.
Yeah. And
it's not enough. You do it once every 3 months, brother.
Hey,
please.
man, injuries just come on,
injuries, man. Injuries. And he's playing for Crystal Palace.
Do it once every 3 months.
They've got no attacking pedigree whatsoever.
Eberiche Eze.
Now, Oddward's done all right this year, man.
They've got Joe Biden as their coach.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Why are you doing this, man? That's not okay. That is foul.
Joe Biden is the Crystal Palace manager.
Wow. Luton, do you fancy your team's chances away at Kenilworth Road? Because they got a little something building there.
There's no quality in that team.
Ross Barkley.
Barkley's cooking, they're saying.
Andrews Townsend. Issa Kabore.
Peli Roderick and Panzu.
He came off the bench,
He needs to stay on the bench.
The goalkeeper, Kaminsky?
Yeah, Kaminsky. Ogbene.
These are just names you're saying. There's no quality in that team.
Ogbene is
sounds like something I'd order at Enish.
You are the worst.
Like size,
worst.
We just came from Rotherham as well. We went from League One to Premier League.
Yeah,
we've beaten Premier League fullbacks.
Ogbene, innit?
Yes, Luton. Maybe I was wrong about them. Maybe. Just want to hold my hands up and say that.
Ben Foster said this. He said, when you go to Luton and you've just come out of your Range Rover or you've just come out of your £400,000 team coach and you're literally walking through hallways,
someone's corridor or hallway house. Yeah.
There's stuff dripping from the ceilings. You know, there's people walking past you. They know who you are, but they're like, we're Luton Town. You know, like the kit man's walking past you with a bit of a
disdain, yeah.
And then you go out to the stadium
and
you're literally this far away from the fans. And
we take the phone, the fans go, his arm.
Do you know what I mean? Just tapping you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
And I think that's where Liverpool struggled, because Darwin Núñez, you know, even when he was playing at a lower level, he was still playing in grandeur stadiums. You know, Diaz, Salah, all these guys. And I think Luton have really, they've encompassed that. We're going to make our home form very, very good.
Yeah.
And then we'll just see what happens away.
No, I like it. Yeah, shout out to them for getting that.
Of being relegated either.
No. They're going about their own way, man.
And
a fair play to them celebrating it. You're not going to get loads of those days.
No.
So yeah, shout out to Rob Edwards. And yeah, they have fixtures against Brentford, Arsenal, and Man City coming up. So guys, celebrate the wins when you can.
Guys, can we give Arsenal the props, please? I don't know why we're saying they're not playing good. Arsenal doing great. Like you said. So when he says it's fine, when Arsenal do it's not fine. You said one sign of a good team is what you come from behind. Basically, that Arsenal aren't coming from behind, but they're overcoming adversity. Teams are literally saying nope, and also saying yeet and getting a goal. But that's a problem. Oh, because it's not free flowing all the time.
I think you guys, you're taking. I think what Arsenal were doing last season, you were very emotional, and this season you're taking yourselves a bit too seriously. You can tell that the players are trying to smile.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, just enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it. I'm telling you, we're top of the league.
No, the players. The players are walking around the pitch. They're like you can tell that Arteta's been not smiling.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I've not even witnessed this.
The players are just very there's a tension around.
You know, you know what? Yeah, if you take pictures of anybody, yeah, or and you take a snapshot of a burst of 100 pictures, yeah, as they're talking. One of those pictures, they'll be pulling a face that looks like a frown. If you blow up and put it on a poster, it looks like they're frowning. It's a split second photo. That's what you guys are doing. Yeah, 1 minute. That's what Odegaard in training. Someone said, "Oh, Odegaard looks sick." It was a snapshot. Come on, guys, please. I'm quitting football podcasting because people are crazy.
But this is the issue: is now you guys are in a conversation of title challenges. You're not top four anymore.
Scrutiny.
If you were top four, we'd be like, "Oh yeah, Arsenal playing them."
No, we are title challenges. Look at it right now. We got Liverpool are back. Yeah, we got Man City, and on top of them, Arsenal currently leading the pack. it can change. But who would have thought this 3 years ago? Sorry, 2 years ago. Yeah. So this time, not last season, but season before
after the back-to-back eights.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. Like, we're in a good place. I'm enjoying it, and I'm gonna really enjoy that league title. Really more than you believe.
Chelsea will win a Premier League title before Arsenal do.
Anyone can say. I can say anything. I can say Portugal will never win the World Cup. What does that mean? I'm just saying things.
That Portugal will never win the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm just saying things.
That Portugal will never have a team of 11 players.
I'm just saying.
That have got the ability to win a World Cup.
Like, no one would ever say Greece will win the Euros, and they did.
Greek people probably said that.
They're not that crazy.
And they went and did that.
Chelsea will win a Premier League title before Arsenal.
And someone else probably said no one's going to win at the City ground against Nottingham Forest. And Brighton went and did that yesterday. João Pedro, little brace, impact sub, what a player. Bring him into your fantasy teams. That is my gem for you. Ansu Fati went off injured. It's a shame. I saw a video of him playing basketball on the beach in Brighton.
It might be a shame, but it's not a shock.
God. Cutting words. And Lewis Dunk was sent off for dissent. I think first sent off for dissent in 12 years. Called Anthony Taylor a bellend.
Wow. I got a yellow card today at football.
Wow.
Yeah.
For what? Not for dissent.
So
Shirt pull.
Obviously pulled my calf, yeah?
Yes.
Had to come off. Shame. Had to run the line. Yeah, we was low on numbers, so I had to run the line. There was an offside. Well, not an offside. They played the ball. Arsenal back's like playing the guy like onside by like 4 meters. I didn't flag because it's not offside.
No.
Yeah. The referees give us offside. Come and gave me a lecture. I'm like, I said some things.
But you're doing the most honest thing.
I wasn't even being honest. I couldn't flag. It was way onside. I got a yellow card because I didn't give the offside and a bit of dissent. But the root of it was me not flagging for something that wasn't even offside.
It's a good thing Anthony Taylor went.
He's a Nigerian ref.
Stop.
They want to be. They want to be the not Nigerian refs, just referees in general. They want to be central.
And Forest messed up. Yeah, and Lewis Dunk got sent off. It's a shame. What do you think of De Zerbi going over to the fans and celebrating like they'd won something? Because people say he shouldn't have done that.
First win in 5 games.
People will say anything, man.
I think you're allowed. Like, if you're only allowed to win or celebrate when you win something, there's only going to be like two celebrations a year, or like you win. Oh, the FA Cup. There's 4 celebrations. There'll be the league, the FA Cup, League Cup, and something else, Champions League, whatever.
Surviving relegation.
Yeah. Like, let passion be shown in football again. I don't understand it.
And as a non-top 6 fan, when you're not top 6 and you're going for trophies and you're going for all this type of stuff, you're like Brighton to Nottingham. That's a long journey.
Yeah,
it's a long day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, as a manager, I'm well within the kind of space of people that say we have travelled all this way. Give us something. Because you're earning thousands of pounds a week.
Yeah, and you're going to get back on your coach.
And we're paying thousands of pounds a week.
Just
to support you guys. So I get it. Like Steven Gerrard, you know, he used to. That's why we didn't like Steven Gerrard at Aston Villa. He'd only come over like, you know, when we'd win. But you need to come clap us when we win.
Oh, that was bad. That whole thing was it's a bad moment.
Steven Gerrard again. Fuck Gerrard. Fuck Southgate as well.
Wow. Evan Ferguson going all the way to the top. He has perfected that finish where he's kind of like standing still and he just pushes it into the bottom corner. It's a joke. He's going all the way to the top. That kid.
Man United have paid that money for Ferguson.
Easy now.
He would have gone. He was better than that. Remember, he's a player who's in England. I can see the circus that is Old Trafford. Why would he curtail his career before he's even started?
He'd rather suffer.
And it's Man United.
Is that good or bad?
Good. He's Irish and it's United. I think a lot of players.
I thought Ireland was Liverpool.
There is, between those two.
North of England. Yeah. It's kind of in line. But I think a lot of footballers and a lot of coaches, when we say, oh, why would you want to go to United? I think a lot of players have grown up as we have and seen Man United, you know, Carrington training ground, state of the art. Old Trafford's folded down, but you know, it's still Old Trafford. And I think a lot of players, when they were, you know, 7, 8, 9 years old,
and their families, parents.
You might have an uncle that's like, please sign. You might have a, you know, you might have a granddad that's like, I've always dreamed of my son playing for Manchester United. Yeah. So you know, you go to Manchester United.
Evan Ferguson said, "No, I want to play for the Seagulls with João Pedro and Billy Gilmore." Shout out to him, man. He's going well. And it's a shame for Forest. Morgan Gibbs-White scored a penalty and he brought his son to his first game. Shout out to
celebrated.
We love families. Again, dads. It's the podcast of dads today. And I think that brings us to the end of the weekend review. There's one game which hasn't been played yet in our formation. It's the one. It's Fulham versus Wolves. fill your boots with that if you care to, if you're not footballed out. For those of you, as we said earlier, if you aren't subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our new content from the likes of myself, TJ.
I'm not doing any more content.
Dragon.
I'm not doing any more content outside of
Scorcher
this.
And Stainless
I'm
Bangles.
doing content for you people. Yeah? You weirdos.
You weirdos.
Yeah.
We've been.
You know my content died.
We've been the Armchair Gaffers. You've been great. We'll see you soon. Peace.